I've come again this time around because it has become more and more clearer to us that the problems our nation is facing is more than political. That our problem will require quite a bit of spiritual solution. We as a country are blessed. We are blessed with people with great intelligence. We are blessed with all manners of resources. And yet we have so many problems. And it's not as if the people in authority are not trying their best. They are doing as much as humanly possible. And I will find that when you have problems that are beyond human's ability to solve, then you call on the Almighty. The reason we call him the Almighty is because he has the power to solve all problems. And so we have been going around in our only two ways to support the efforts of all the various governments and parastatals to call on the Almighty to come to our aid because we need help.
I just dey laugh. I just dey laugh, my people. Can you imagine? I don't talk am before, say, you see religion and politics for Africa. They are the same thing. They are working hand in hand. You see this very Adeboye, so, this founder of Redeemed Church, this man, he was past politician, if you ask me. How can he come out like this, telling the public that Nigeria problem is spiritual? Jesus Christ, what kind of a leader is this? Oh my God. And a lot of people will really believe this man, that Nigeria problem is spiritual. My God, what a country, what a world. How I wish what did they happen for Rwanda now would they happen for Nigeria. You see how the Rwanda president don't close down 5,000 churches in Rwanda as we they talk. If you don't meet up the criteria, you cannot open church. That is how Nigeria.
More than 8,000 churches and mosques have been shut down in Rwanda this month for not meeting health and safety standards. Nearly most of them have the country's places of worship and have been found in to be violation of several regulations. The first major crackdown since a law tightening up operations was brought in 5 years ago. Tamadi Roma brings us more from Kigali.
The Rwanda Governance Board announced this week that it has already closed more than 7,700 places of worship across the country in recent weeks, the majority of which are small Pentecostal churches, but also several mosques. Most of the buildings constructed without adhering to national standards were deemed unsafe to host worshippers or insufficiently soundproofed. The leaders of these places must also present a degree in theology, for example. These criteria are the result of a 2018 law. At the time, President Paul Kagame stated that the country did not need so many places of worship. Churches and mosques had 5 years to comply, but several thousand have failed to do so. A pastor was arrested on Tuesday for continuing to operate after the closure of his church in the eastern part of the country. Another pastor, one of the few to publicly criticize the measure, called it extreme. He went as far as describing the closures as being institutionally violent, however, retracted his statements just a few days later.
Cannot open church. That is how Nigeria is supposed to be. I hope other Africa countries will follow, because all these churches and this that the GO them, they are just worse than politicians. They are worse than politicians. How can this man say this, that our problem is spiritual? Where we say other countries like China, where they progress, they do things. They create different things where they make the world, they go round. They not be Christian, and you come out to tell us, say, our problem is spiritual. This man, if not be say you be elder, get what I for talk. One of the match break sometime. They say silent, it better pass sometime when you don't know what to say. You just suffer silent, it better pass. What kind of nonsense is this? Can you just imagine? Can you just imagine? Is this how we are going to continue believing these people that our problem is spiritual? How can it be spiritual? Money don't dey, money not dey. President they buy private jet. You come here, they tell us say our problem is spiritual. Nah, this man, bachala anya o.